Hello, Rebels. Welcome, Raw Rebel Talk, episode 60, I believe. Mrs. Blue. So I'm gonna jump right into it. Uh, I met Mrs. Blue. Let's see, back in back when I first moved to Florida. Uh, I don't know if had just met her. I know she lived on the same street as me when we moved in. So she lived on the same street as me, and she was about the same age as me, or we were the same age. I think I was older or she was older. I can't remember who's older. It's a long time ago. A lot of the story is going to be from a long time ago, so forgive me if I miss something or if I forget something. And I'm probably going to get through it a little bit quicker cuz I don't want to split this video up into two parts. So, um I think I met her around either 2004 or 2005, so a long time ago. Um, we were like, we kind of like were cool. We were cool. We ended up becoming really, really close, like best friends. Um, and we would just get into like all kinds of trouble together. Um, Not really get in trouble, but we would do some stuff together. Her parents were kind of strict. She'd actually lived with her sister and her grandmother. I don't know what happened to her parents, but I never asked. But she lived with her sister, her older sister, and her grandmother. Her grandmother didn't speak a lick of English at all. Spoke straight Spanish. Um, and her sister was really, really strict. Um, and my parents were kind of strict at the time. They were kind of strict. They let me go out and spend the night at places and stuff. But we ended up getting into stuff, into things that we shouldn't have. Um, Mostly boys. We were definitely interested in boys at the time. So we um, were uh, running around, messing with boys and getting into trouble. We actually um, dated. She dated this one guy that, um, or whatever. His She dated this one guy, um, and he had a friend, and I dated his friend, so we were dating them. We used to go to the movies together, and um, I kind of had, I secretly had a crush on her guy, so I would do things with his friend, just to kind of show out. Like I would take him to the movies, and then I would give him like little hand jobs or whatever at the movies because I wanted to show out and whatever. Um, and she was more prudish. She didn't do that kind of stuff. So she never did that stuff with her guy, um, which would make him upset. He would get upset with her, which kind of made me like happy and like kind of like wow at the same time. Like I felt bad for her at the same time. But um, what's it called? He then I think like me and his friend ended up breaking up, but she stayed with her guy or whatever. And I remember I went to go hang out with them one time, and she actually finally had sex with him while I was waiting in another room, which pissed me off because it was like ill because I could hear them. And it was just like ill at the same time, and I was jealous. I was like, damn it. Damn it, I wanted to do it. And then, um, so it was kind of weird. Our friendship was kind of weird. Like after that, not, it was kind of weird, but not really. Um, so whatever. Um, so then I don't know what happened with them. I think they ended up breaking up or something like that, or they remained friends or something like that. But um, me and her were on good terms, but it was like weird. It's like weird. We would just usually use each other for like to go out and stuff. So our friendship was like estranged. Um, where we just use each other as like just to let I would let my mom know I'm spending the night over her house, or she would let her sister know she's spending the night over my house or something, and then we would end up going to like some boy's house or something. Um, and then I remember, uh, I remember I guess I remember like going through a phase where I ended up actually falling in love with her. And I went through like my little phase where I actually turned into a lesbian. I'm not really a lesbian, but kind of. And I ended up dressing up like a boy more often. And I ended up giving her flowers and candy on Valentine's Day. She ended up giving me boxer shorts. I actually still have the boxer shorts. So I think we dated for like maybe like a day or two. It wasn't that long. And we kissed and stuff like that. Um, then I ended up remember I remember going over to that boy's house, the one that she was dating before, um, to hang out with him, and I gave her a kiss or whatever beforehand, but I think we ended up doing something. I don't know what happened. I think yeah, we ended up having sex. I went over to it was like a party or whatever. And we ended up having sex in the bathroom. Um, while everybody else was there. And yeah, and this was when I was a little about it. This is when I like let everybody finger me. Like everybody like finger me. Um, 'Cause I was a little about it. And I didn't have sex with everybody. Thank God I didn't do that, but um I had sex with him, and then I ended up um going to sleep and then waking up and then ended up coming back home, and um I think she found out about it, or I guess I told her about it, and we had got a little we got mad at each other or whatever, and I don't think we talked to each other for a little bit or whatever. I don't remember. We most of the time nothing really made us really mad at each other for a long time. We sometimes had little fallouts, but we ended up forgiving each other really soon. Um, so I know the last time I spoke to her, last time I was friends with her was when I thought we had made up or whatever, and really she had just invited me over so that way she can just prove to her mom that she was she was going over, she wanted to go over some guy's house or whatever, and she invited me over to prove or make it seem like she was coming to spend the night over my house when really there was some guy waiting outside for her. So her grandmother, her mom found out there was some guy's car in front of the house. So I'm in the house, and mind you, they're all arguing and screaming at each other and yelling at each other. And I'm just like in Spanish, so I don't understand what's going on. Her little cousin or whatever, or niece, is there, and her niece is like translating it to me, saying that her grandmother said that there's a guy's car in front of the house, and that Mrs. Blue is telling her that no, it's my car. And I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, how are you gonna do that to me? But then again, like I'm realizing now that our relationships was really fucked up. Like we didn't do anything much, like friend wise, except for use each other. But we had a lot of fun. I know we had a lot of fun. I still think about her sometimes. Um, I mean, it was a long time ago, so it was when I was really young. So we did a lot of stupid stuff when we were young. Um, but you know, I still think about her. I After that, I didn't really see her anymore. I was like not really friends with her anymore. I don't even know what happened to her. I think that I don't know what happened to her, but she barely came outside or whatever. Um, and then the next time I seen her was like a long time ago, or like maybe a year or two after that, and she had came into like one of the stores that I work at and to get clothing, and I just rung her up and that was it. And then we didn't really speak to each other ever again. Yeah, we weren't friends. I still seen the boy. I still talk to him sometimes, and he told me that she ended up having a kid um, with some guy or something like that. Um, so clearly, I don't know. She just kind of moved on with her life. But yeah, um, yeah. So that's Mrs. Blue. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed the stories. I'll try to come up with a topic for next week. If you have any questions, just let me know. All right. Bye.